Because I want to talk to y'all about one word real fast. And the word is competition. The word is competition. Now, when we hear that word competition, majority of the time, not all the time, but majority of the time, we associate that word with athletics, right? We associate it with sports. We associate it with somebody winning and somebody losing. That's how we associate the word competition. And the reality is, there's literally nowhere you will go in life where you will not have to compete. Where there won't be somebody or another group of individuals that you will have to outwork. Let me make it plain for you. You guys are seniors in high school preparing to go to college, right? Some of you are going to different areas, different walk in life, and it's awesome. But for those of you who are applying to college, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of other seniors applying for some of the same schools you're going to. And some of you, you're going to get one or two letters. Some of you will get a letter from the school saying, hey, congratulations, you made it. We want to get you started. We're going to get you enrolled. And then some of you, you're going to get another letter. They'll say, sorry, you didn't meet our qualifications. We wish you luck in your future endeavors. You're going to get rejected. Because somebody else got your spot. Somebody else who was competing with you to get into the same school got your spot. It's competition. And when you leave school, when you graduate college, and you're applying for jobs, trying to go get a new career, some of you are going to try to start a new business, you're going to be excited, and there are going to be millions of other people going for the same exact job. You're going to be competing. And here's the ticket to that part. Here's the ticket to getting that job. Because see, not only are you going to compete to get the job, you're going to have to compete to keep the job and to advance in that job. So every single day that you wake up, you're going to be competing against somebody or something, and you got to get the best out of yourself. And I'm going to tell you guys something. All of those areas are great. All those areas are important of competing. They're all important. They're all great. But today, we're going to focus on the most important competition that you are going to face every single day that you wake up. Every single day that you get breath in your body, you guys are facing the most important competition in your life. And it is the competition between you and yourself. That is the daily competition that, number one, most of us ignore. And it's also the competition that we miss the mark on. We miss the mark of competing against the person that we look at in the mirror every single day. Every day. You probably look in the mirror, see that person in the mirror, move on with your life, go get dressed, come to school, and forget. Man, hold on. I got to outwork that person. Because see, every day that you wake up, you have one opportunity. You have the opportunity to outwork the person that you were yesterday, the person that you were last week, last month, and most definitely last year. And if you are not hitting life in that manner, you are missing the mark. You're missing the opportunity to get the best out of yourself. The competition between you and yourself. And here's the thing about the competition between you and yourself. Here's what we got to be able to do. In order for you to truly get the best out of yourself, there's this thing called self-reflection that must take place. And here's what self-reflection looks like. It takes you being intentional every day, asking yourself, when you wake up, before you start doing anything, hey, what is it that I wasn't great at yesterday? What were some of my failures last week? Because competing takes you being intentional on the approach of the actual competition. You ask any athlete, anybody who plays in the band, anybody who's sung in the choir, anybody who's danced, anybody who's done anything that requires you to be better than somebody else, they will tell you, when I go to compete, I'm not going just because of the enjoyment. I do enjoy it, but I want to win. And so when you wake up and you're intentional on the competition that you're going to face every day between yourself, you go at it with a certain intentionality and intensity. And you do it on purpose. You don't do it because it's required. You don't do it because somebody made you do it. You do it because you want to win and you want the best out of yourself. Self-reflection is a must. And so I'm going to give us a real reason on why a lot of times we miss the mark on the self-reflection and we miss the mark on the competition between ourselves, right? And it's because our society is kind of a society thing. You know, it's not just you guys, it's people in my age bracket, it's people in your parents' age bracket, right? Here's what we do on a daily basis. We tend to compare ourselves to other people. Y'all want to real life understand how we do that, right? How many of y'all have your phone? Everybody raise your hand, you got your phone. Everybody has a phone. Everybody has a phone here. Every single person. And on your phone, you have TikTok, Instagram, right? Some people say no. You got some form of social media, right? And here's what we do, right? We get on social media and we see people doing all these amazing things. They get all these great accomplishments. And a lot of times what it drives us to do, we begin to compare their success and their accomplishments to our lives. We begin to see their success and see their accomplishments, and what we do is we compare it to our failures. We look at what it is that we haven't done. We look at what it is that we haven't accomplished, what we're not successful at. And this little thing called jealousy seeps in, and this thing called self-pity seeps in, and we miss the mark on where the real competition lies because we're too busy focused on what other people are doing, how much fun other people are having, how much success other people are having, and we forget I'm not in competition with you. I'm not competing against you. You're not in competition with anybody else. You got to stop comparing your life to somebody else. Stop comparing their accomplishments and success to your failures. Because you are your only competition. You are the only one that you should be focused on. And I'm going to tell you guys this. When you get locked into that competition, when you make the decision to solely focus on the competition between you and yourself, here's just two things that will happen, right? The first thing is you'll be able to see those accomplishments and success of other people, and you'll be able to celebrate. Wholeheartedly, genuinely celebrate it. Man, I am so happy for you. That was dope. I saw you accomplish that thing, man. That was dope. I love that. And then you'll remind yourself, I got to go get back to work. I got something that I got to go accomplish. I still got to go outwork that person that I saw in the mirror this morning. See, when you locked in onto the competition between you and yourself, your focus is different, your drive is different, and your response to your failures will become different. People will see you fail and they'll wonder why it didn't break you. They'll wonder why aren't you upset about this? Why hasn't this brought you down? And you'll be able to remind yourself the reason why my failures haven't broke me is because I understand that every day I wake up, it's an opportunity for me to be better. My failures only do one thing. They present opportunity for me. They don't define me. They don't make me. They haven't decided who I'm going to be and how great I'm going to be. It's only presented another opportunity for me to be a better version of myself. Get locked in on the competition between you and yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's the person that's going to stop you from being the best that you can ever be. There's absolutely no other individual that can create a barrier bigger than yourself. There's no obstacle that you will ever face that will be harder than the obstacle that you look at in the mirror when you wake up in the morning. And so it'll be your job every morning you wake up, and I'm so serious about it. Wake up in the morning and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm going to outwork you. I'm going to dominate you. I'm going to be sure that whatever you failed at yesterday, that I'm going to be great at it. Whatever it is you didn't accomplish last week, I'm going to be great at it. Whatever it is that you missed the mark on, I'm going to get it today. Be intentional about outworking yourself. Be intentional on being the better version of yourself the next day. And I can promise you guys, when you grab a hold of that road, when you grab a hold to that focus, your success, the greatness that you will reach, the barriers that you will break, they'll be through the roof. When they say there's nothing you can't accomplish, when you have that mindset, there literally is nothing that you can't accomplish. You don't even create a ceiling for yourself. Because the opportunities become endless because you are focused on you. You're focused on what is it that I'm going to do today that I didn't do yesterday. And so guys, my hope for you guys today is that there was a person that walked into this cafeteria today that's sitting down. And whoever you were before you walked in here, that because of what you heard today, you're walking out a different individual right now. Because before you walked in here, you probably never really thought about me competing against me. And now that you're walking out and that you have been given this information, you owe it to yourself to walk out of this cafeteria with a much different mindset. Because your mindset and your approach to your life and your future and the way you're going to attack your goals is so much more important than any plan that you can lay out. Because you can lay out an amazing plan for your life and for your goals. But if you don't have a certain mentality in which way you're going to attack it, your plan means absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing. You might as well throw it in the trash. Because when you fail along that plan, when things go wrong along that plan, if you don't have the right mindset, you're going to quit. You're going to throw in the towel. You're going to find an excuse. You're going to find somebody else to blame instead of looking in that mirror and saying, all right, that didn't work. Okay, let me try this. Let me do something different. Let me be better. And so as you guys walk out today and continue the celebration of this amazing last year in high school, guys, I want your mentality to change. I want your focus to change. I want you to ignore any other competition that you're going to face. Although they may be important, they're not the most important. And you got to remind yourself, the most important competition that I'm going to face on a day-to-day basis is the competition between me and me. And that's it. And guys, I have a saying that I say anytime I go speak to a group of students. It's something that I say at the end of every video that I've ever done. And I want to say it to you guys, and I want you guys to grab a hold of it, and it is that excellence is a habit, and so you must rep your brand